You are looking live at the site of a big game today, the game of the week in week one from Ted Frisch Field on the campus of Notre Dame Academy. It's a big-time matchup between two playoff-bound teams from a year ago, the Pulaski Red Raiders and the Notre Dame Tritons. Hi, everybody. I'm Dominic D'Angelo, joined by a special guest. The original voice of Notre Dame sports, Joey Bonadonna, is joining me tonight. Joey, thank you so much for being here.
Dom, thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited for tonight's football game. Obviously, these two programs playing against each other, longtime FRCC rivals. They've kept this rivalry going through a realignment. They've played in week one for the last 3 years straight, and high expectations from both of these programs heading into 2023.
Absolutely. Two programs that were very successful the previous year. Notre Dame went 8-4 a year ago. They were 6-1 in conference play. Pulaski, not too bad themselves, 7-3. They were 5-2 in conference play. Pulaski won their last 4 games to end the regular season before losing in the first round of the playoffs last year. Notre Dame, a bit deeper of a playoff run. They lost in the third round to West Salem. They themselves are coming off of a major bounce-back year. So we're just about set for kickoff between these two teams. Always fun when you get a big-time rivalry, no matter what sport it is. And we got a great night to do it.
Picturesque night here in Green Bay. A few clouds on the horizon, but nothing major. Mostly clear skies. A little bit of a breeze coming in. Not too hot. It's just a wonderful night for high school football here in the state of Wisconsin. I'm excited that it's back. This is always the best time of year.
Picture perfect, the first Friday of the year in WIAA football. Both teams making their way onto the field. Notre Dame is set to kick it off. Nick Grusin will kick it off.
To receive the kick from Nick Grusin.
So Pulaski will start with the football, see what they can do on their first offensive series. You mentioned they played opening day for a long stretch here. Pulaski won the game last year, 14-0. That was in their home stadium. They now come on the road in a place that is absolutely rocking. Grusin set to kick, and football in 2023 is underway. Fielded at about the 3-yard line. Here come the Raiders. Schultz down the sideline. He's got one man to beat, and he takes it all the way across midfield to about the 46-yard line of the Tritons. That's where Pulaski will set up shop.
And you looked at this kick coverage team. That was part of the reason that they lost in the playoffs last year, giving up an opening kickoff return for a touchdown. That was the last time they had an opening kickoff, this program, for Notre Dame. But, you know.
That turned out to be the difference in the game.
Yeah, it did. So we'll see how they allow this to handle the rest of this game.
Ethan Schmidt, the quarterback for tonight. He's going to take the direct snap, going on the left side, trying to fight forward.
Ethan Schmidt,
gain of 2, maybe 3.
And this is what you're going to see from Pulaski football. They are famous in these parts for the wing T offense. But they are known to pull a little trickeration, maybe throw one or a few times during a game. You do have to keep an eye for that, but they are going to typically get a couple of paper cuts and beat you that way with a few big runs. We'll see how their offense stacks up against this Triton defense.
That was a senior leader, Stanley Smith, on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7. Give the handoff. Still not much there. That was Hakes, the running back. Manageable here, so you got to watch for maybe a play fake.
A few couple short runs like we were just talking about. Death by a million paper cuts, but they find themselves in a 3rd and medium situation here in the Notre Dame part of the field. An early test for both sides.
3rd down and 4. Some motion before the snap. There's a handoff right up the middle, and a good tackle is made.
Logan Schultz.
That was
ball
Schultz taking it right up the middle, and they're going to be forced for a punt.
Brady LaViolette, the senior linebacker coming through the middle there. A little bit of a shorter guy at linebacker, but makes up for it with powerful play in between the gaps. It looks like Pulaski's going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, they're lining up for it at least. Tight formation. Schmidt in a crouch stance. Here's a direct snap. Oh, they're going to punt it. It's going to take a Notre Dame bounce away from the end zone before it rolls to a stop at the 11-yard line.
Punt is down by Pulaski.
Well, they came out in a short snap punt situation. Asa Poyster, the punter, actually almost got in there with his long frame at 6'5", but this is where the Notre Dame offense is going to start out, and exciting for this Notre Dame offense as
it looks like Jack Collins in at quarterback, number 16, I believe.
this looks like it might be a Wildcat. It's Christian Collins back there taking the snap.
Yeah, you're right. The other Collins brother. A little bobble on the snap. Collins with a hole over the left side, and he's out. Collins in a foot race. He's across midfield. Inside the 30, inside the 20. You can't script it any better than that. Touchdown, Tritons.
And that's what we were just talking about, how this offense is going to operate this year. They've got a lot of running backs. Christian Collins burst onto the scene last year as a sophomore. Was a big part of the reason why Notre Dame went on that run down the stretch. First play, touchdown. 89 yards, I believe, unofficially.
Somewhere around there, yeah. It was a long one.
Grusin on to attempt the point after from the hold of Augustine.
What a start. So Nick Grusin will come out to attempt the extra point. Snap and hold are both good. The kick is good as a result. A quick 7-0 start on the first offensive play from scrimmage for the Tritons. They take it the distance.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be Notre Dame Academy football in 2023. They got some skill on this offensive group, and that was just play 1.
The hole on the left side, got to give some credit to that offensive line. Really opened things up for Collins there. Really only had to make one man miss before he was out on the races. So an early start for the Tritons. We'll see how this kick coverage does on their second attempt. Pulaski on their first one got all the way up to the Notre Dame 46-yard line before their drive stalled to a halt.
We do want to give you a heads up. The audio and video is going to be a little bit delayed from each other, so if you are tuning in, we will hope to get that fixed for next week. So a heads up on that one. Back to Dom for your regularly scheduled program.
So Grusin's been busy already. This is going to be his second kickoff in just under 3 minutes. Already kicked an extra point. Can't script this first quarter to go any better. Kick is away from Grusin. It's going to take a bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
And that's a lot better than that first one. You get much better field position.
10 on the Pulaski 20-yard line.
Now, instead of being your defense backed up in your own territory, your heels closer to your goal line, you put Pulaski back at their 20-yard line, give them big length of the field to go.
Second drive now for the Raiders, who have already given up more points in this game in just under 3 minutes than they did in all of the game last year. They pitched a shutout on opening day last year. Little bobble on the snap, quick throw is out, and the pass is dropped. Two guys had a chance at it.
That ball went through 3 bread baskets there. Emmett Hunter off the rush. And then 2 Raider receivers was Rylan Rodel, who was the last person to have a chance at it. He was unable to haul it in.
So a little bit of a slow start for the Raiders offensively, 2nd and 10. Schmidt lines up, 3 receiver set. Crouch stance, man in motion. Schmidt takes a direct snap, looking, he's under pressure, he's gonna go down.
Just mentioned his name, Emmett Hunter made a nice play on 1st down. Now he gets a sack on 2nd down. 3rd and long coming up for this Red Raider offense. It's been a great start for Notre Dame.
3rd and 15 on the Pulaski 15-yard line.
Only a loss of 5 on that sack, so we've definitely seen worse, but long down here, this is not where you want to be if you're the Red Raiders. Tight formation. Here's a handoff running on the right side, nothing doing.
Spencer Hakes, the ball
For
carrier.
Hakes. So we've already seen a little bit of a rotation of running backs here. We've seen Schultz, we've seen Hakes.
LaViolet in on the stop for Notre Dame.
Cruz is a decent option, so it's going to be interesting to kind of see how they manage their running backs throughout this game. We can expect a more traditional formation for the punt this time instead of the closer stance that they went for on that 4th and 2 in their last possession.
You got the 2 senior running backs back there as the returners.
Punts away, it's going to drop near midfield. Fair catch called for and made.
Skidador's punt.
Ian Blum.
By Ian Blum. Notre Dame takes over.
And as it stands right now,
45-yard line.
It looks like we're going to see another Wildcat formation coming out here.
I mean, it worked pretty well the first time, so see what they can do here. Same formation. Collins looking like he's going to take the snap. Scored that long touchdown on that last possession for the Tritons. Fakes the toss. He's going to run. He's out on the right side this time. He is a home run hitter. Second touchdown of the game for Collins.
55-yard Notre Dame.
And the party's on in the first quarter.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns. Christian Collins, what a start to his junior campaign. 2 Wildcat snaps on top of it.
You almost feel bad for the quarterbacks at this point. At this rate, they're not going to get even to touch the field. Nick Grusin will be on to attempt his 2nd extra point of the evening. Only 4.5 minutes into the first quarter. This one is already shaping out in a big Notre Dame lead. The kick is good.
Grusin's kick is good. Your score, Notre Dame 14.
I got to say, I've been around Notre Dame football for year number 6. I don't think I've seen a quick start like this offensively against an opponent like this in quite some time. This was a wonderful start for the Notre Dame offense. And you've said it. You cannot script it any better if you're Notre Dame. I mean, 2 simple Wildcat option plays, and you put the ball right in your best athletes in the backfield, and they have taken it and ran with it.
So for Collins, he had an 88-yarder the first possession, and that second possession, that one went for 55. Folks, there's no such thing, I don't think, as a high school fantasy league, but if there is...
If you have Christian Collins, you're looking pretty good right now.
Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Grusin's going to line things up for another kickoff. with the clock still reading 7:36 in the first quarter. Ball's going to be fielded by Rodal. On the returns, got some daylight, crosses the 30. Taken down at about the 32. We'll mark it at the
Leo Dart in on the
33.
Dart, the senior on the tackle there on special teams. You do look at this kick coverage team, and this is something you want to look at because the two returns that they've had, there've been a little bit of open space here.
Pulaski coming out for their third drive now. Schmidt in his crouch stance at quarterback. Handoff up the middle. Not much there
Van Lanen,
for Van Lanen.
Pickup of maybe 4 on the play, 3 or 4.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 on the 36-yard line.
So Pulaski already facing a big hole. We'll kind of see what they choose to do with the offensive playbook if they want to try to open things up. 2 receivers set to the right of Schmidt. Handoff, rolls out, throws, pass is caught. And taken down immediately.
Schmidt's pass complete to number 6, Trevor Schussler.
To Trevor Schussler. Didn't have a number on that initially, but got her figured out.
Up to the 39-yard line, another 3rd and
brings up 3rd and 4
short to medium situation here for the Pulaski offense. They've yet to pick up a first down.
Another 3rd and manageable here, 3rd and 4. 4 receiver set. Schmidt. Under pressure, he's going to go down again.
It's Asa Poyster getting back there. We talked about him earlier. 6'5", 215 junior. He's got length on that defensive line, and you got to figure he's going to make some plays this year. He was the full-time punter last year, but very interesting to see if he's going to start to put together a nice season on the defensive side of the football this year.
Came up with a big sack on 3rd down there. Makes it 4th and 13. Pulaski will once again be punting. Fair catch called for, and making a diving attempt to reel it in is Braden Davis.
And they're not going to go away from it, folks.
Start calling a Wildcat U.
Takes over 1st and 10 on their own 31.
So the Tritons have had 2 long touchdown runs. Christian Collins has hit the football equivalent to 2 grand slams.
It is Jack Collins in there, a quarterback right now. Braden Davis, a running back.
Collins is going to keep it on the option. Not a whole lot up the middle. And now it looks like they're going to be making a quarterback change. Carson Glosny, the senior, is going to come in. So Jack Collins got some action there.
We've seen 3 rushes from a Collins brother, and now here comes Carson Glosny. Line up there under center. Braden Davis throwing back behind him.
2 receivers set, jumbo formation on the offensive line. Man in motion is Marzik.
Davis, the ball carrier.
Braden Davis didn't have much to work with there. It's going to make it 3rd down and long.
Stachelik again in on the stop for Pulaski.
Lost about 3 yards there. It's going to make it 3rd down and 11.
Loss of 3 on the play.
And we have a whistle here.
Official timeout on the field.
And a very quick official timeout there.
3rd and 11 for Glasny, really the first series for the Tritons that has not gone to perfection. Having some trouble getting some guys lined up. Calvin Tilkins was in motion previous to the start of this play. 3 receivers to the right of Glasny, drops back, fires it, pass is dropped.
A little wide of Tilkins on that one. It'll be a 3 and out here for the Triton offense. The first time that they did not get their offense going, but they have a 14-point cushion right now.
Brings up 4th and 11.
So Asa Oyster will be back for the punt. He already has a big sack in this game. Back to return it is Rodal for the Red Raiders.
Rylan Rodell back deep for Pulaski.
Oyster's punt is a good one. Rodal signaled for a fair catch and makes it at about the 38. That's where the Raiders will set up shop, see if they can get something going on this possession. This will be their 4th possession of this game already.
Pulaski takes over, 1st and 10.
Still looking for their first down, but their defense finally gets a stop.
So they're going to mark the ball at the 40-yard line, or I'm sorry, at the 35-yard line. Direct snap up the middle, breaking a couple of tackles.
Logan Schultz, the ball carrier.
Logan Schultz with a good effort there, a gain of about 4, maybe 5.
They're going to bring up to the 41, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 coming up.
4 on the Pulaski 41.
Pretty good push from the offensive line of the Raiders that time. Got some decent penetration. Another direct snap. Schultz over the left side is going to make it 3rd down and short.
Another 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 2 coming up. Got a few extra free yards on both of these carries. They're going to call it 3rd and about a yard and a half.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 3rd and 1 on the 44.
Yeah, you said it. That's a long one.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by the Raiders. We'll take it with them.
Of the first half.
It's week 1 of WIAA football. You're watching it live on the Triton Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. We welcome you back. 3rd down and 1 for the Raiders upcoming here on a drive where they've been able to move the pile forward on a couple of decent runs. And what really needs to start to click if they're going to try to get back in this game is that run game. A team that went 7-3 a year ago. Made the playoffs last year facing a 3rd and short. Handoff, direct snap, and that's going to be a 1st down. Moving the pile forward was Schultz again. He's been the main beneficiary of this good drive, and that's the first down of the game for the Raiders.
They're going to go hurry up here.
See if they can catch the Tritons off guard. Off motion. Looked like
Zabe Augustine that came off the edge there, and basically the reverse ran right into him. But they're going to keep this up tempo here.
That was Jeffrey Smits on that last carry. Schultz has it back now. fighting his way up the middle. Going to be very close to another first down. So Schultz starting to get things rolling a bit for the Red Raiders. They're going to stick with this up-tempo look.
Third down and short.
3rd and 1 on the 41.
Another 3rd and 1. Schultz tries the left side, tripped up in the backfield. Let's see where they mark it.
Now, the spot that they gave him is going to be just short. It's going to be a 4th and very short.
Yard to gain.
Man, that's a...
It'll be 4th and 1 on the 41.
We saw a really long 2. That's a really short 1. Raiders take it right up the middle.
And
Van Lanen, the ball carrier.
And by the skin of the football, gets it again.
Looked like Van Lanen was on the carry that time. So we've seen that rotation of running backs we talked about coming into this game. They're using them all on this drive. We've seen Schultz, we've seen Van Lanen, we've seen Smits. And now a timeout is going to be called on the Notre Dame side of the ball. Maybe get their guys a breather.
Yeah, Pulaski there for a while had been running up tempo. A lot of short runs, but as my middle school football coach, now on the staff here at Notre Dame, Matt Bumgardner would say, 3 yards a carry wins you football games.
That's true.
So, I mean, that's what this Pulaski offense is trying to do right now. Just trying to get, 3 yards a carry, pick up first downs, get down the field, and try to get points on the board. There is just over a minute left in this first quarter. You have to think if you're Pulaski, this drive is going to be a big turning point for you if you're able to score.
Try to steal some momentum back without question. They get a fresh set of downs when we come back from this timeout. Notre Dame is now taking the field after probably just a timeout to allow them to catch their breath here.
First and 10 for Pulaski.
First and 10 for the Raiders. Man in motion with Schussler. Looking to throw, and there's nowhere to go except right into the arms of Smith.
Schmidt sacked on the play by number
Stanley
76,
Smith.
Stanley Smith.
Another one of those defensive linemen from a year ago that put together a great performance. Had a touchdown in that playoff game against Menasha.
That was a loss of 11, makes it 2nd and 21. Schmidt
Ethan Schmidt, the ball carrier.
dives into the pile for a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. Going to make it another 3rd down and long.
It looked like it could have been
Gain of 2 on
a
the
lot
play.
more
Will bring
space
up
than that,
3rd
but a
and 19
shoestring
on the
tackle
48.
makes it a short gain. And now Pulaski slowing it up a little bit, making some substitutions. They're going to have to put in the 3rd and long package here.
That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. We'll see what the Raiders come up with when the second quarter starts. You're watching Notre Dame football on the Triton Sports Network. Welcome back to Ted Frisch Field on the campus of Notre Dame Academy. Dominic D'Angelo, Joey Bonardano with you on a Friday night, opening Friday night of the 2023 season. Tritons and Red Raiders. Notre Dame leads at 14-0. Third down and long here for the Red Raiders. They're going to go with a quarterback draw. Spinning his way forward is Schmidt.
Ethan Schmidt, the ball carrier.
He's going to come close to the chains.
Asa Boyster on the tackle.
Boyster in on the tackle, so gain of probably 8 yards.
In a situation like this,
Gain
you
of 5
kind of
on the
have to
play,
go
brings up
for,
4th and 14 on the Notre Dame
you got to go
43.
for it here on 4th down. And that's what Pulaski is going to trot out there and to try to do.
Got to have your best play call right here. 4th and long, rarely see this.
And now someone,
Logan Schultz is going to step back and he's going to punt it away. It's curling and it's going to take a Notre Dame bounce and it's going to go into the end zone.
Schultz's punt goes out of the end
hey, there's
zone.
one thing that Pulaski's going to have in their back pocket is
1st and 10 on the 20
they will get you what you're trying to think you're going to go for it.
That's true. That's true. That's twice now they've already faked me out here.
The first time what was the first punt of the game that put Notre Dame at their own 11-yard line. This one took a little bit of a bad bounce and rolled into the end zone.
That first one was on a 4th and 2, so they really had a formation like they might go for it. Tritons back out on offense. Carson Glosny in at quarterback. That's Braden Davis behind him at tailback. Tritons holding a 14-point lead. Man in motion, and the give to Davis on the left side. Stood up right at the line of scrimmage.
Braden Davis, the ball carrier.
And Davis missed his junior campaign a season ago. Played game 1 against Pulaski. Had a decent handful of rushing yards, but suffered a season-ending injury in that game.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd.
He's back for his senior year, and he's looking to contribute to this three-headed monster that Notre Dame has in their backfield here in 2023.
2nd and 9. Davis with a bit of a hole over the right side that time. Makes it 3rd down for the Tritons with just under 10.5 to go in the first half. 3rd and 5 upcoming. You can really do whatever you want here. You can run it, you can pass it, maybe a play fake. They want to go back to that Wildcat formation that's been so successful for them.
Going back to that I formation. One receiver to each side.
Glosny is set. Try to draw him off sides. They're going to give it. Davis is going to come close to a first down. Looks like he may have it. And he sure does. They're moving the chains. First down for the Tritons.
And one credit I want to give there, Charlie Hornacek, a great
1st and 10 on the 31.
great wide receiver stock block on that one. I do enjoy a good stock block.
Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Glosny is set, receivers are set, offensive line now set. Man in motion is Hunter. Just flip sides, they're going to hand it off to Davis, running over the left. Gain of a couple.
Davis, the ball carrier.
So explain to us what a stock block is then there, Joey.
Well, Notre Dame wide receivers in recent past, they're not a big fan of it.
Gain of 3 on the
But
play brings
that
up
is
2nd
where
and 7 on the 34.
you are staying engaged on the play as a wide receiver on a running play, and you are driving your defensive back 10 to 15 yards off the ball. And that's what Charlie Hornacek just did a few plays ago.
Really key in helping them pick up that first down. 2nd and 7 after another Braden Davis carry. Go back to him, try the right side this time, springs forward. It's going to be close to another first down. They're going to give it to him.
And Braden Davis, 5'11",
Brody,
170.
for Pulaski.
He lowered his shoulder there
Result
on
of the
that
play
time,
is a first down for
trucking
Notre
through a
Dame.
couple of Red Raider tackle attempts
First
and
10 on
picked
the
up some extra
42.
yardage, getting a Notre Dame first down, keeping this drive going. And now they're back to their typical style of pounding it off tackle.
Jack Collins just checked in. He's going to play wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. Handoff once again to Davis over the left side.
Braden Davis, the ball carrier. Stachelik first.
It gets them to the 45. A little bit of misdirection on that one.
Gain of 3 on the play.
But now Notre Dame, you're seeing it, they're starting to slow themselves down. Not seeing too many of these home run hitting runs. They're just trying to run off tackle, get those 3 yards per carry, and try to manage this clock at the end of the first half. They do get the ball to start the second half. Worth noting that as well.
Here's Glosny on 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff to Davis. Pushes forward. It's going to be
Davis,
just short. Be a 3rd down and 1.
On the tackle for Pulaski.
Real close to that first down marker. Let's see if they try to bring in a larger package, and they are going to sub Graham Kaler in.
Gain of 6 on the play brings up 3rd and 1 on the 48.
We've seen a good combination of both speed and power from the Notre Dame backfield today. You had the 2 long touchdowns from Collins, and Braden Davis is, like you said, just lowering his shoulder, fighting for every yard that he can get. 3rd down and 1. Go right back to Davis. He's got a first down.
They'll get him the first down to the 45-yard line. Here comes Ian Blum on the field. And he's going to substitute in here for Braden Davis.
First and 10
I believe this is the first time that we're
45.
getting to see him on the offense. He was the one that really got this offense started last year at the running back position after Braden Davis went down.
Yeah, he had a big-time year last year. A lot of long touchdown runs. Maybe give Davis a blow here. Micah Marzek checked in as well. Glosny tried to draw him off sides. They're going to give it to Blum. He's decked in the backfield.
An immediate penetration from that Pulaski defensive line.
That was Logan Schultz.
We've called him on the offensive side. Now he's getting in on it on the defensive side. Big loss on that one. Loss of 4 on first down. Getting close to the 5-minute mark here in the first half.
That guy Schultz is just a football player. Energy guy. Plays hard every snap. Down in, down out. That's what you like to see. Big stop there. Makes it 2nd and 14 from the Notre Dame 49. They go with a handoff. Here's Blum fighting forward.
Ian Blum, the ball
Going to get that lost yardage back and then some. Makes it 3rd down and 8.
In on the stop for Pulaski. Gain of 6 on the play brings up 30.
And now they trot out.
Pulaski 43.
They're coming out there. Calvin Tilkins subbing in a wide receiver there. They're going to run trips to this near side. Never mind. Tilkins is going to flip back to the left side.
A little bit of confusion maybe. He's a young receiver. Tilkins to the top of your screen. 3rd down and 8. Glosny is going to drop back. He's going to throw. Pass is caught. And getting near a first down.
He's going to be
Emmett
just
Hunter.
short. Yeah, Emmett Hunter tried to turn upfield there, but he was dropped just short. And now here comes the short yardage package.
Logan Schultz
4th and 2. Let's see if they can use that power that we were just talking about.
Brings up 4th and 2 on the 37-yard line.
So 4th and short here. Got to get to the 45 for a first down. Handoff. Running on the left side and picking up a first down.
It's going to be very short. That was an odd pre-snap.
Did look like
Collins,
maybe
the ball
someone
carrier.
moved early.
They're going to give it to Pulaski.
Wow, a big turn of events there. So I guess that
Turnover
false
on
start we were
downs.
mentioning
Pulaski
doesn't
will
really
take
matter
over
because they're
first
going to
and
get better
10
field position, you would
on their
think,
own
with it right
36-yard
here.
line.
A very short, very close spot to that first down, but now Pulaski getting the football back with about 3.5 minutes to go.
See if they can orchestrate a touchdown drive. Here's Schmidt. Picks up a couple.
Ethan Schmidt, the ball carrier.
So you and I were
Augustine
talking
on the
about this
tackle.
before the game. Pulaski has really dominated this matchup over the past number of years, and it's
Gain
been
of
since
2 on the play, brings up second
2017
and 8 on the 38-yard
since
line.
the Tritons had won against the Red Raiders. And quite frankly, just looking at it this way, they've really dominated them. They had the 2 long touchdown runs from Christian Collins, but they've really dominated the line of scrimmage so far, and they've been able to apply a lot of pressure on Schmidt so far in this game. A couple sacks for that defensive front. Here's Schmidt looking to pass, gonna go deep down the right sideline. Pass in traffic, it's caught. The inbounds. Believe they're gonna mark him in, and he is on the sidelines. What a
Ethan
catch.
Schmidt's pass
You don't
complete
see
to
that every
Brady
day from
Camp.
Pulaski football, and that time that was a true 3-step drop
Gain up
back,
to the Notre Dame
going down the right
36-yard line.
sideline.
First
A
down and 10.
fantastic leaping catch there. And here comes another first down for Pulaski.
What a great throw in traffic. Direct snap. Here's a handoff over the right side.
Now with Spencer Hakes, the junior, taking the direct snap and running with
Spencer
it.
Hicks,
And
the ball carrier.
again, here's Pulaski running that up-tempo offense.
Gain of
Under
5,
2.5
second
minutes
and
now
5.
to go.
Handoff, little misdirection here, running up the middle, picking up the first down.
And tackle
Trevor
after the
Schuessler,
whistle,
the ball
but that
carrier.
is going to be a first down.
So
Now inside the 25.
Pulaski's got a little something cooking this drive
Result
here.
of the
They're
play is
now
a first down for Pulaski. First and 10 on
inside the Notre Dame
24.
30. First and 10, direct snap. Hakes tries the right side. Nothing there, a gang tackle. Trying to rip that ball
Hicks, the
free.
ball carrier.
A lot of blue jerseys surrounding there. Minimal gain, but again, this is what Pulaski's been doing all game. If they can finally push
Hunter,
past that first down
others
marker,
up
which
top.
they've been doing on this drive,
Gain of 2 on the play. Brings
sooner
up
or later
second
they're
and
going to be
8
in the end zone,
on
and
the
we're going to have a
22-yard
football
line.
game here late in the first half.
Under 2 minutes in the first half. Hake stays in the backfield. Direct snap, looking to throw, pumps, now fires a deep pass. Is it caught? It's incomplete.
Both he
Schmidt's
and
pass
Blum,
falls incomplete.
and that was Schessler. We have him as number 20 on our rosters, but he is
Ian
wearing
Blum.
number 6. Neither of
On
them
the
could
pass
come up
defense.
with it.
Brings up
That was
third
in
and
the
8
end zone.
on the 22.
It's going to be third down.
Both had a chance at it. It's going to make it another 3rd and long for the Red Raiders. Couple Tritons on the bench trying to get the student section fired up. Here's Schmidt looking to throw. Going to the end zone again. Pass is incomplete, and a flag is thrown.
Yeah,
Good
Blum
pass,
never
ball is
turned
incomplete.
around to
Flag on
face the
play.
football. Flag comes down in the end zone.
Now the officials are having a little bit of a discussion here.
This is a longer discussion than you would think. There was some contact there as the ball was arriving. And now it looks like they're asking the Pulaski sideline.
Yep, Pass interference.
Defensive pass interference on Notre Dame. Pulaski will accept.
So that's going to get him a fresh
penalty.
set of downs.
Half the distance to the goal line. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 11.
So now Pulaski's going to have it inside the red zone for the first time today. Handoff and whistles before the play.
I don't think they were officially set.
Another little bit of a longer discussion.
And now we're ready to go. 1st and 10.
No flag on that last one. The officials were not set. Should be ready to go now. Here's a handoff. Tripped up initially with Schultz. He's going to fight forward, get it inside the 10.
Schultz, the ball carrier.
So a gain of 5, a ball beyond the 6. Pulaski once again going with a hurry up. Over the right side now is Schultz, and he's in for the touchdown.
Logan Schultz, the ball carrier.
And we got a
Touchdown,
football
Pulaski.
game now here from Ted Fritsch Field. Under a minute to go in this first half. Pulaski's gotten on the board. After a quick start from the Notre Dame offense, they've slowed down since.
Miles Whipple.
And now finally Pulaski spoke through and has made this a one-score game.
Miles Whipple will be on to attempt the extra point. Try to make this a 7-point game. A little bit of trouble on the snap, but the hold was good, and so is the kick.
The point after is good. Your score, Notre Dame.
So we got a
14,
game again,
Pulaski
folks.
7.
Notre Dame has been dominating for most of this first half, and then in that last few-minute stretch there for the Red Raiders, they were able to orchestrate a touchdown drive. First of the year for Logan Schultz. With 47 seconds left in the first half.
And you also got to wonder here, do you go back to what you were doing in that first 2 plays? Do you go back to that read option, the Wildcat? It's been a lot of Braden Davis and Ian Blum, not a whole lot of Christian Collins. So we'll see where the Notre Dame offense is going to go from here. They have an opportunity now to double up if they're able to orchestrate a quick drive. Again, they do receive the ball to start the second half.
You got to wonder how conservative they're going to play it here. Still have 2 timeouts left.
It'll be Miles
Collins
Whipple
back deep
set
receive
to
the
kick it
kick
away.
from Whipple.
Just talked about Christian Collins. He's the deep man. All 3 of those running backs are back there.
And they're all home run hitters, all of them. We've only seen the breakaway speed from Collins, but all of them can turn it up quickly. Squib kick on the ground. Takes a high bounce. It's going to be fielded at about the 25, and not much of a return there.
Hunter on the return.
Clock's going to stop at 43 seconds.
Elliott Karch on the tackle.
So we were calling for it. They might be going with the Wildcat here. Carson Glosny is not on the field right now, and Christian Collins is.
It's Collins and Blum.
Return up to the
Let's see if there is some
29-yard line.
adjustment
It'll be
there
1st and 10
over
for Notre Dame.
on that Pulaski sideline. Because it looks like it's going to be coming again.
Here's a snap. Collins shows it. Now he goes with it. Trying to break to the outside, and he does. He's out again. He's going to be taken down from behind.
Collins, the ball carrier.
He had space there,
Tackle by
but a nice
Schuessler.
tackle from behind there by Schuessler. And a timeout is called by Notre Dame.
Timeout,
Still
Notre
35
Dame.
seconds
This will be
left,
their
and they're close to
second.
midfield.
So they're up to the
Timeout on the first half.
48-yard line. Tritons are now down to 1 timeout left in the first half. Christian Collins with 3 big runs in this game. 35 seconds left.
We'll try to take a look around the rest of the FRCC around halftime. We're still only 12 to the hour here, closing in on 8 o'clock, so I'm sure some games are in different positions than others.
So this is a big game for Pulaski. After this, they have a 3-game home stretch. Their next game will be next week against Hortonville, and the Tritons will be at home next week as well.
First and 10.
Pulaski's the only FRCC North team, I believe, in play tonight. All the other 6 played last night.
So 35 seconds left. Glosny back under center. He's going to drop back to pass. Looking to his right. Fires it, and it's dropped.
Glosny's pass ball is incomplete.
It was Charlie Hornacek who had to come back for it. Wasn't able to haul it in. Second down.
Brings up second down and 10.
That's a good show from Glosny there. Went up to Hornacek and told him to calm down. Brady LaViolet now comes in. Maybe try to pound it here with 29 seconds left. Hornacek split out wide. He's at the bottom of your screen. Micah Marzek is in the slot. Glosny, handoff. And with some room, once again, is Collins. He's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. Clock is going to continue to run until Coach Rader calls a timeout.
Timeout.
16 seconds to go. Notre
This will be
Dame
their third and final timeout.
has taken their third and final. So you got to think you got 2 plays here.
So third and short, 3rd and 2, maybe 3rd and 3 at most.
You could try to get in a field goal range here.
You got to hurry up and spike it, though. That's the thing. You got to think Pulaski's going to be guarding the sidelines pretty tightly. It looks like they may drop back to pass.
Checking in on Menasha versus Appleton East. Looks like the Blue Jays lead 14-7 there with 5:37 to go in the first half there. That's a big one to look at here in the FRCC South. We'll check in more at halftime.
Menasha will be here this year. Obviously, the incredible playoff game Notre Dame and Menasha played last year, they will be here in about a month or so. Once again, some more confusion with some of the younger receivers. Hornacek now lining up in the slot. Glosny's going to hand it to Collins, fighting up the middle. He's got a first down. He's trying to break it to the outside, had to cut back inside. Now they got to hurry and spike it.
And now they're going to go quick.
First down for Notre Dame.
It doesn't look like they're going to be snapping this. 9 seconds remain. You got to go.
Clock is running. We're down to 4 seconds. Glosny calls it. Maybe a shot to the end zone here under pressure. Try to force it out. Tries to retreat. Throws it incomplete. And that's how the first half will come to an end.
That is the end of the first half.
A good first half at that.
14, Pulaski
Notre Dame
7.
got out to the hot start with 2 long Christian Collins touchdowns. And Pulaski, in the final minutes of the first half, punched in a touchdown with Logan Schultz. 14-7 is the score. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Notre Dame football on the Triton Sports Network here on YouTube.
athletic program.
We welcome you back for the second half of football. Dominic D'Angelo, Joey Bonadonna with you on the first Friday night of the regular season from Notre Dame Academy, where the Tritons lead the Pulaski Red Raiders 14-7. We're just about 30 seconds away from the second half being kicked off. Notre Dame will receive the second half kickoff. Tritons got out to the early lead on 2 long Christian Collins touchdown runs out of a Wildcat formation, and then near the end of the first half, the Red Raiders were able to punch it in with Logan Schultz scoring from inside the red zone. So Joey, give me some things that you're looking forward to here in the second half. We got a good one on our hands.
Yeah, if I'm Notre Dame, you got the ball coming out of the second half. I feel like you got a score coming out of the gate. You cannot let Pulaski get the football back in a one-score game, because this team, offensively for Pulaski, they've been able to make some great plays and get themselves closer to punching it in. So if I'm looking at Notre Dame offensively, you got to have a sense of urgency to put the ball in the end zone, or at least get some points on the board. A field goal would not hurt either, but obviously you want to be able to keep your distance away from a team like Pulaski. Your defense can only hang in for so long, and with the way you started, you hope that you can keep that going into half number 2. Obviously, game has big implications. It is just a non-conference game. It will not count towards playoffs. It does help your playoff resume, but in terms of getting into the playoffs, this game does not have any impact on you. But there's a whole lot more to play for than just that. Notre Dame looking for their first win against Pulaski since 2017. They're looking for their first win in week 1 since the spring 2021 season. And yeah, this would be a statement win for Notre Dame coming into the season. But they got to finish it out here. They still got 24 minutes left. You got to finish strong.
Yeah, and you talk about a statement win. These two teams both made the playoffs last year. Pulaski lost in the first round to Marshfield, but it was still a really close game, one possession game in that one. Tritons made it all the way to the third round before losing 21-14 to West Salem. So I'm not sure you're going to quite get playoff intensity on August 18th, but this is definitely a big game for both of these programs here. And starting off 1-0 compared to 0-1, there's just a way better feeling in the locker room. You're not trying to constantly get past that 1 to get back over 500. If you start out the season with a big win like this, it's going to propel you forward a lot more than a week 1 loss here. So we're just about set for second half kickoff. Tritons will receive it in a packed house. There are fans up on the hill on the far side. The bleachers are packed. Fox 11 is here. It's their game of the week this week. It's a big one under the Friday night lights. It's going to be interesting to see both of these backfields. We saw a host of different running backs for both sides in that first half. And we're going to see how Notre Dame comes out with their first offensive possession. They ran 2 Wildcat formation plays on their first 2 drives of the game. Both resulted in touchdowns. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they might have made at halftime. Try to secure a win in week 1.
Notre Dame's receiving team is out there ready to go, and here comes the Pulaski kickoff team. They're separated by just 1 possession. We're going to have a great finish, hopefully, in store for the second half.
The trio of Notre Dame running backs are back to return the kick. Miles Whipple will be the kickoff man for the Red Raiders.
Christian Collins back deep for Notre Dame to receive the kick from Miles Whipple.
Second half of football is just about underway. 24 minutes to see who's going to win this big week 1 matchup. Kicks away, short kick. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to be fielded by Braden Davis on the left side of the field.
Immediately
Davis
running into
on the return.
a pile up there. Does not get much on the return. Kind of bounced there in no man's land. A scary place on kickoff return, but you'll start your own 25. You'll take that.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Notre Dame.
So they're starting it similar to how they began the first half, with Carson Glosny on the sidelines. Christian Collins set to take the snap. Fakes it, it's going to take it himself, looking for some room over that right side of the offensive line. Couldn't find much.
And they had some contain there that time, something that they might have adjusted there. It's William Stashelek, the senior linebacker.
Stashelek on the tackle for Pulaski.
And a limited gain on that one. They're not going to let you bounce outside like they did on their first 2 plays from scrimmage.
So the Wildcat only lasted 1 play. Glosny back under center. That was a gain of 2. From the 27, 2nd and 8. Glosny with a handoff, and Collins brings one up the middle. He crosses the 40, another big run.
Christian Collins, the ball carrier.
Automatic offense is Christian Collins, first down.
Yeah, we'll
on the
try to get some official stats of where he's at in terms of yardage, but I mean,
1st and 10
he's got to have
on the 42.
Some over 200, possibly.
That'd be pretty close. He had one 50-plus yard touchdown and one 80-plus yard one.
So he might be getting close to that number.
That was something that, coming into this game, we were interested to see who's going to be the bell cow of this Notre Dame offense. They've been running a pretty steady rotation with the 3. Here's Collins again. Got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard past it.
Collins, the ball carrier.
Not much of a pickup there. 2nd down and 8 coming up.
Wyatt Cody on the
up the middle. That's one of the first times that they've been able to stuff Christian Collins when he touches the ball.
Notre Dame 44.
Now they're going to go back to the traditional look with Glosny under center.
Collins still in the backfield. 2nd and 8 from the Notre Dame 44. Man in motion. Glosny takes a snap, hands it off. Collins, big hole on the right side. Had to try to make one man miss, could not shake free of Karsh, but he picks up another first down.
Out to the 45, and now they're in Pulaski. Field goal range. Again, do not have to have
1st and 10 on the Pulaski 45.
High intensity, urgency in trying to score quickly, but these plays have been able to set them up successfully to pick up first downs and march down the field.
Caden Kiefert split to the bottom of your screen. Looks like that's Hornacek up top. Collins with another carry, trying to bounce it to the outside, making men miss every which way. Picks up another first down.
Collins, the ball carrier.
You know, Christian Collins, this is going to be exciting to see here. Just in his junior campaign, he's been able to put together a lot of nice carries, a lot of nice moves in trying to evade tackles. I think you see a lot of different styles of running, and we've talked about it already in this game. You see a lot of different styles of running in this backfield, and now it looks like Ian Blum's going to be in the backfield.
Jack Collins put to the bottom of your screen. Hornacek up top. Glosny under center. Takes it, handoff, Blum up the middle. Good strong run.
And pick up a 4 there. Blum carrying his potential tackler with him just for a few extra yardage.
Jackson Morgan on the tackle for Pulaski.
Pick up a 4, 2nd down and 6.
4 on the play brings up 2nd down and 6 on the Pulaski 30-yard line.
Couple substitutions here for the Tritons. Graham Kaler once again will more than likely be lining up at fullback, and now a timeout called by Coach Rader, maybe due to some confusion.
Yeah, we've kind of seen this during the game. You've seen some confusion on who's out there on certain sets, especially in that wide receiver group once you see those getting rotated. And I think, yeah, if you're Coach Rader right now, just try to settle down your troops. You're in a good position, but you want to make sure that your guys knowing what they're doing.
They've been running it at will this drive. That offensive line's been giving them a good push so far to begin the second half. Really gave them a good push in that first half, too. Didn't have too much trouble moving the ball. Got to think that's got to be the key group this year if Notre Dame looks to recapture some of that success that they had last year, making it all the way to the third round of the playoffs, is that offensive line group. Also worth noting, star tight end James Flanagan is...
we haven't seen him too much out
Second
there.
down and 6 on the 30-yard line.
He is in uniform on the
Yes.
sidelines. We just haven't seen him go in yet. Maybe trying to manage something there. Hand off to Blum. Fights forward. He's got a first down into the secondary. He
Blum, the
crosses
ball
the
carrier,
20, now
tackled
into the
by
red zone.
Truba.
And I think this is something you're going to like to see from this Notre Dame running back group. And we've talked about it because this is really what you look at Notre Dame football this year. The depth that they're going to have in their running back room, you're going to see they're going to have fresh legs while the defenses get worn down. Ian Blum there made those yards look easy.
Yeah, 3 really solid options. 2 receiver set this time. Tilkins to the bottom of your screen. Marzik to the top. Wozni tried to get him to jump off sides. Blum cuts it to the outside. Going to be stood up at about the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Another good hard run from Blum.
Gain of 8 on the play will bring up second down and 2 on the 10-yard line.
Inside the 10-yard line, still have a first down to go. Looks like Micah Marzek's going to sub off. Jack Collins will check in.
It's a little interesting. We've seen Collins in at receiver a couple of times. Jack, that is. On the depth chart, he's listed as a quarterback or a linebacker, so maybe trying to get some extra blocking in there. Pulaski maybe showing some blitz here. Blum over the right side, fighting forward. He's going to have a first down.
Blum, the ball carrier.
Now Pyle pushes forward to the 5-yard line. It's going to be a first and goal. It's going to be the first time that Notre Dame has a first and goal.
Not before
Obviously, their 2 scoring drives were
Dame.
1-play long touchdowns. Let's see if this red zone offense is
First
able
and
to
goal on the 5.
capitalize, punch it in, try to go up 2 scores. They have controlled the football for almost half of this quarter.
Pulaski on their solo red zone possession was able to punch it in. Let's see if Notre Dame can duplicate that. Wozni with a handoff to Blum. Into the pile in the middle, not much.
Yeah, nothing really going there. No hole there. And now Christian Collins is going to check in. And he's been the one to try to bounce it outside. I think we're going to have to see that here in the red zone.
Coming up on the halfway point of the third quarter, the Pulaski offense has not touched the ball. Notre Dame has been dominant so far. Christian Collins in the backfield. Handoff to him. He's in. He's got the hat trick. Touchdown, Tritons.
Touchdown number 3 for Christian Collins. Just a talented running back in a long line of running backs here that have come through Notre Dame Academy. Christian Collins, he's just getting started in year number 3. 5'10", 189. He's got good frame for a running back at this level.
Yeah, really good combination of power, finesse, speed, the whole package. He's the difference in this game. Extra point is good from Grusin, and the lead is back up to 14. Just under the 6-minute mark in the third quarter, with Pulaski getting set to touch it for the first time with 5:54 left on the clock. Big drive here.
Yeah, I think if you're in a situation like this, you got to be able to go stride for stride now. If one team scores, the other's got to respond just like that, or otherwise you find yourself in a difficult situation.
They've had some success going with that hurry-up offense. Have the Red Raiders. We're going to see what they're going to come out with in this second half. First time they're going to touch the ball in the second half. Staring a 14-point deficit in the face. But they've been able to move the ball pretty well in this game. So that can be erased just like that.
Nicholas Grusin, he's had 3 kickoffs tonight, 1 for a touchback. He's kicking a little bit more into the wind.
From Nick Grusin.
Settle breeze picking up here.
We've yet to see a kick go down past this way since the first quarter, that is.
Pretty good kick, spinning kick. Running start. And taken up to about the 30. That was Rylan Rodell.
I always like to analyze the little things on kickoff. That one got a little bit of air, a nice hang kick.
In on the stop for Notre Dame.
But yeah, keeping the kickoff return inside the 30-yard line, I think at the high school level, it's a good spot to be at. Obviously, you're aiming for the touchback, but in conditions like that, the position that you're at is not too bad itself.
So they mark it on the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. First chance for Schmidt to touch the ball in the second half here. He's run it a couple times, also thrown a couple passes. Little off-motion sweep here. Pretty good carry on first down. That was Rodell again.
One thing we haven't seen in this game is a turnover. And I'm sure both of these defenses, when they're on the field, are going to be looking for one, as that would be a huge momentum shifter for both sides.
My mistake, that was Schussler on that last carry there. Gonna go back to him, trying to get around the edge. Nothing there, and he's gonna be stood up.
Schussler, the ball carrier, stopped by Hornacek and Augustine.
So a combo tackle there for 2 juniors.
Loss of
Charlie
one on the play
Hornacek and
Abe
Augustine.
Third
We
down
do
and
want to
4
check in on
the
Appleton East
34-yard
versus
line.
Menasha. Menasha leads 14-13 at halftime, down on the east side of Appleton.
Definitely be keeping our eyes on that one as the night continues to move along here. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 3rd down and 4.
Try and get the student section into it as this Notre Dame sideline.
Man in motion. Schmidt takes the snap, throws it to him low. Good catch.
And Hunter met him in the backfield.
That was Van Lannen who came across in motion. He caught the
Pass
pass.
is complete to Van Lannen.
And a mass substitution here.
No gain
It's
on the
looking
play.
like punting unit.
Brings up 4th down and 4 on the 34.
Tritons also in a bit of a rush to get off the field here. Pulaski tried to catch him with a hurry up even in a punting situation. Kicks away, good one. Blum calls for a fair catch. He fumbled the ball, it's loose on the ground. Looked like the Tritons were able to get it back.
And they did. That I almost spoke it into existence there earlier by talking about a turnover. It was bound to happen on one of these high-hanging punts here from Pulaski. And trying to go for the fair catch.
Some scores of interest. West De Pere leads Hortonville 17-6. And Menasha leads Appleton East 14-13. Both games are at the half.
So there's your score update right there. Other good games on the night. 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Notre Dame leads at 21-7 over Pulaski. Once again, some miscommunication. Jack Collins is now running around. He's going to get into the slot. Receiver nearest on your screen. Osney hands it off. There's a good run from Braden Davis. He's going to be close to a first down. A couple of yards short, gain of about 8.
No, it looks like they...
Are they going to move it?
They are going to move it.
Gain of 10 on the play.
They gave a little bit of forward progress.
For Notre Dame.
Down outside the boundary there.
First and 10 on the
It was
45.
right there at that marker at the 45.
So a fresh set of downs on the Tritons 45-yard line. Staying with that two-receiver set. You're going to go with a handoff to the fullback. That's number 34, Brady LaViolette.
Brady LaViolette, the ball carrier. Logan Schultz.
Gain of
on
about
the
a
stop
yard.
For Pulaski. Gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 8.
The
from
official marker is
47.
going to be a gain of 2 for LaViolette. A couple more substitutions here.
Underneath 3 minutes to go. Here in the third quarter. Notre Dame in no hurry.
Osney under center, 3 receivers set. Misdirection, handoff to Davis. He bursts forward. Solid game, make it third down and short.
And another one of these third downs that the game kind of hangs in the balance for either side. Could be a big momentum shift right here.
Gain on the play to the 47-yard line of Pulaski. It brings
Come up on 2
2
minutes remaining. Third down and a deuce. Go again with the 2 receiver set. Osney hands it off. Davis up the middle. He's got the first down.
Davis, the ball carrier.
Up to the 40-yard line. Another first down.
Gain of 7 on the play.
And substitutions coming in for Notre Dame. Just trying to churn this clock down.
First and 10
Underneath
on the
2 minutes now in the third quarter.
Taking plenty of time to get their play called. Try to run off some more of that clock. Two receivers split to the top of your screen. Osney hands it off. No, play action. He's going to roll. He's going to look to throw. Nothing out there. Runs back and just gets rid of it. That bounces incomplete. Good coverage on the Pulaski defensive side. That's going to stop the clock now with 63 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, it looked like some of those receivers were late in their breaks. Pulaski was able to catch up and hold them back from coming back across the field for Glasny. And then Carson was just trying to run for, not trying to take a deep sack, had to dump it off for Brady LaViolette short.
Couldn't come up with anything on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Right back to Davis. A burst off the left side, trying to get the angle, and he's body slammed back.
Davis, the ball carrier.
Big tackle there from Pulaski.
Elliott Karch on the tackle.
That's Elliott Karch. The last name Karch is pretty infamous in Pulaski football. Kendall Karch played at St. Norbert College. Had a tryout with the Green Bay Packers, now in the XFL.
Correction, 3rd and 6 on the
One of the more
36.
successful area players in recent memory.
Third and manageable here. We have 2 different things going on. We got people saying it's 3rd and 6. The scoreboard reads 3rd and 5. Let's see what the Tritons choose to do here. 4 receiver set. Glasny drops back under pressure. Here's a screen pass, a well-designed play. Getting to the outside is Blum. Tried to make a man miss. He's going to be ridden out of bounds past the 20.
Pulaski's pass complete to Ian Blum.
And that's a big first down. Clock's going to stop at 3 seconds.
First down for Notre Dame.
Looks like they mark it at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 on the 17.
They are going to have to run a play.
A little bit of a stoppage there.
Looked like there could have been a herd sideline warning potentially.
Three seconds showing on the clock. Fresh set of downs. Blum in the backfield. They give it to Blum. Tries the left side. Another good, solid run
Ian Blum,
for Ian Blum. That's how the third quarter is going to come to an end.
And that is the end of the third
Notre
quarter.
Dame
Your
adds
score, Notre
7
Dame 21,
to their score.
Pulaski
They lead at 21-7 with 1 quarter to go.
Four's up.
You're listening to Notre Dame football on the Triton Sports Network here on YouTube. Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter. Fresh 12 minutes on the clock. 1 quarter remaining in week 1 of the WIAA 2023 football season. Dominic D'Angelo, Joey Bonadonna with you from Notre Dame Academy on a Friday night where the Tritons are facing a 2nd and 3 inside the red zone, holding a 14-point lead. A little bit of miscommunication maybe. Brady LaViolette trying to get the edge. He's going to be taken down.
Loss of 1 there. I think the miscommunication there, it looked like they might have had something there to the outside. Not sure if that was even by design, but yeah, just a miscommunication on which way the handoff was going. And now a third down coming up for Notre Dame in the red zone. They scored their last time. What happens here?
And the touchdown maker, Christian Collins, is in the backfield. 2 receivers set for Glosny, 3rd and 4. Hand off to Collins. Makes a man miss and is going to be driven back.
It looks like he's going to be just short of the first down marker. No, they're going to give it to him. It is deceptive what that first down marker looks like from our vantage point, but
yeah, the back corner is kind of tough to make out which one is which here, so now the officials are signaling for a timeout.
Could they be measuring this?
That's what I was thinking. So the Tritons are breaking the huddle here. They want to run this play. This is very pro style, trying to run the play before the challenge flag gets thrown.
For a measurement.
So they are going to measure it. It looked close, to your point, Joey. See where they got it here, and it is a first down.
I will say the amount of times I've had to wait for a Jim Schaefer discussion, our head referee tonight in my broadcasting career, the list is quite extensive. I will say that.
Do you keep it in alphabetical order or just condescending order of when they happen?
There's too many to count.
Too many to count.
I have many stories. Not for today.
First and goal from the 6. Handoff to Blum, breaks one tackle, dives in, and is in for the touchdown.
Blum, touchdown.
And there's Ian Blum. He gets his first rushing touchdown in 2023. A nice quick scamper into the end zone. And now the Tritons go up by 20 here in the fourth quarter. They're trying to put this one on ice.
Here comes Grusin out for the extra
Grusin
point.
after
He's
them.
been perfect so far.
The point after.
This to make it a 21-point lead early in the fourth. Kick is good.
Grusin's kick is good. Your score, number 8.
We're still coming out of
28.
halftime in that
Pulaski
Appleton East
7.
Menasha game. Menasha still holding the slimmest of margins, leading 14-13. We check down with West Appear versus Hortonville. Last time we checked, it was 17-6 at the half. West Appear out in front. Now West Appear came runners-up in the FRCC North, but they made the trip to state as the D2 runner-up as well. I am intrigued to see where they're going to go this season. They return a lot of their skill players as well. Duke Schovald, Landon Nordgaard, Andrew Baumgart. A lot of athletes over there at West Appear.
Good solid nucleus of guys. So just under 11 minutes to go. 28-7 is the score. Tritons have dominated this game right from opening kickoff.
Schultz and Rodell back to receive the kick from Grusin.
2 men deep are Rylan Rodell and Logan Schultz, awaiting the kick from Grusin, and if they're going to try to make a comeback in this game, they're going to have to do it quick. Kick from Grusin is in the direction of Rodell. He fumbles it initially, picks it back up, now has a chance for a return.
Schultz on the return. Davis.
Not bad, all things
on the
considered,
tackle.
if you're Pulaski. You get back from outside your own 20-yard line.
See where they spot it.
And they're going to put it right at the 21, 22-yard line.
Turn
Far
out
marker
to
looks
the
like it's at the
22-yard
22.
line where Pulaski will take over, 1st and 10.
Schmidt still under center at quarterback. Direct snap to Schultz. Tries to get out. Good run here on the left side of the field. He's going to come close to a first down.
Schultz, the ball
They're going to
carrier.
give it to him, so a 1st and 10 first down play for the Red Raiders.
That's another play, not bad, all things considered. Schultz ran into his own blockers and still picked up the first down.
They're going quick again, direct snap. Couldn't see who that was carrying it on that last play.
Van Lanen, the ball carrier.
Pick up a 4, second down and 6,
4.
another hurry up.
A little bit of misdirection. Here's a handoff. Going down the left side of the field is Jeffrey
Smith, the
Smits.
ball carrier.
Smits had to stiff arm his own blocker there out of the way. Man down in front of him, but it opened up the lane, and another first down here for the Pulaski offense. They're moving quickly.
They're sticking with this hurry up for a good point of this game. Now looking to throw. Underneath pass is caught by Smits. He's got a first down and knocked out of bounds hard
Smith pass complete
by
to
Hornacek.
Jeffrey
Good play
Smith.
from the young corner. 9:42 showing
Gain
on the
40,
clock.
1st and 10 for Pulaski.
Ball is on the 40-yard line. He's trying to go with this hurry-up look here. Direct snap to Schmidt. Picking up some blocks. Another quality first down run.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5 on the 35.
So 2nd and 5. They keep trying to go with this hurry-up look, and a timeout is going to be taken. Notre Dame was late in substituting.
This will be their 2nd timeout.
So they got one remaining, 9:19 to go.
In regulation, Tritons have dominated. They have 4 rushing touchdowns in this game. Pulaski's moving the ball pretty well on this possession. They're trying to go quick, which can't blame them with this hold that they're facing late in the 4th quarter. So, as I mentioned, Pulaski's going to have a 3-game homestand after today. Their next game will be next week against Hortonville, and that'll begin that 3-game stretch. Tritons next week will be hosting Wanakee right back here at Ted Frisch Field. We'll have it for you on the Triton Sports Network next Friday night.
And then after that, conference play starts. Notre Dame, they're the favorites in the FRCC South. After, beating Menasha last year in the playoffs, it typically is a 2-man race for the South, and that game between Notre Dame and Menasha typically will decide it.
That game will be played here in the next few weeks. 2nd and 5. Schmidt going deep. And the pass is overthrown just out of the reach of Schussler.
Just pulled his hands back a little too early. That was a nice throw there from Ethan Schmidt.
3rd and 5.
We're seeing a lot of these traditional dropbacks from Pulaski. We're seeing even more dropbacks than we have from Notre Dame.
So even on an incompletion, they go hurry up here. Schmidt's going to take it up the middle and be close to a first down, maybe a yard short.
It's going to be 4th and 1. And another quick substitution, which they'll likely go for it.
On the stop for Notre Dame. 4th and 1 on the 31.
Under 9 minutes to go. Pulaski going hurry up. Schmidt, handoff up the middle, and that should be enough for a first down.
Just getting it up. Ball's ready.
1st and 10 for Pulaski on the 27.
I like this bunch formation. Schmidt tries the left side, tries to break a few tackles. Going to be close to another first down. Another good, strong run on first.
Gain of 6 on the play to the 21-yard line. 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 for the Red Raiders. In dire need of points. Schmidt looking to throw. Back across the field. The pass is caught for a touchdown.
This pass is complete.
No, incomplete.
Oh, they rule it incomplete.
Late ruling incomplete. You saw the Notre Dame sideline immediately looked at Mike Rader. He was signaling incomplete, but he was unable to haul it in. That is a tough break if you're Pulaski.
That was a great play design. Came up back across the field with a play action. Couldn't complete the pass. 3rd down and 4. Direct snap running on the right side. Lowering a shoulder and getting close to a first down.
They will get it.
The ball carrier.
That was Hakes, the
Gain on the stop
5'11" junior.
Gain to the 16-yard line.
8 minutes remaining, 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone now. Schmidt hands it off up the middle, and it's going to be close to reaching that goal line. That was Schussler.
Clock's going to stop again, and we're going to have a timeout. Followed by Notre Dame, their last.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
So the Tritons now out of timeouts.
3rd and final timeout.
Just under 8 minutes to go. Pulaski driving. They've had a really solid drive. Getting it down to the 16-yard line. they've really opened up the playbook on this drive. Couple different passing plays, some really good shots down the field. Just couldn't quite connect on a couple of them. That's going to get ironed out, you can imagine, as the season goes on.
It is just week 1.
So an interesting call here. Tritons used their last timeout with just under 8 minutes to go. They have the leverage, having a 21-point lead here. So maybe the timeouts aren't quite as coveted with this big a lead, but still an interesting strategy point here by Coach Rader.
You typically like to keep one for a rainy day, but in a position like this, you want to give your guys a chance to catch their breath and reset themselves when you're getting gashed in no huddle like this.
Yeah, Pulaski has been speeding things up for the majority of the game, let alone this drive.
First and goal on the 3.
First and goal from the 3-yard line. Schmidt in the left side, and he is in for the touchdown.
Ethan Schmidt, the ball carrier, touchdown Pulaski.
So the deficit now, pending the extra point, is growing a little bit smaller.
Whipple on to attempt the point after.
Whipple for the extra point. Made his previous attempt. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good.
Whipple's kick is good.
So
Your
the
score,
deficit
Notre
now
Dame
cut in
28,
half with
Pulaski
7:47 to
14.
go in regulation, and you would think that they probably got to try an onside kick here.
Yeah, Coach Nowak, special teams coordinator, immediately calling for the hands team. He's got his group out there.
So tonight, a little bit of a role reversal of what happened in the game last year where Pulaski won 14-0. That was in their stadium. Tritons lead this one by 14. They scored a bit more points. They got shut out in that game last year, opening day, week 1. Hold a 14-point advantage. So we're about mid-4th quarter. Can expect an onside kick coming here from the Red Raiders.
And they're even trying to just get their onside kick formation settled.
Whipple on the kick for Pulaski.
So we're going to see how
Collins,
good
back
Whipple
deep
is
for
at
Notre
this.
Dame.
This is something that you probably don't see too often in high school. Oh no, he's going to kick it deep. On the return is Collins. He's going to have it up to
Collins on the return.
37, maybe the 38-yard line. So an interesting strategy move there. They chose to
Jackson
kick it
Morgan
deep.
in on the stop for Pulaski.
Yeah, they chose to kick it deep. They trust their defense maybe to finally get stops here, maybe with a longer field.
Return up to the 32-yard line where Notre Dame takes over.
My
First and
mistake.
10.
My mistake. I was looking a full 10 yards ahead here. 32-yard line.
Pulaski does have all 3 timeouts. Only trailed by 14 with 7:42 to go. Notre Dame just got to think about taking time off the clock and putting the ball past the chains.
First and 10 from the 32. Fumble on the snap. Now, Glosny looked like he was going to try to run it, so a little bit of a sloppy start.
Pulaski, the ball carrier.
Yeah, those are the things you're going to want to clean up.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 8 on the 34.
Couple more substitutions. Braden Davis and Jack Collins will come in. So 2nd and 8, Glosny got 2 yards on that fumbled snap, so a decent job to get it past the line of scrimmage. Staying with that 2-receiver set. Handoff is to Davis. He's going to dive forward. He's going to be close to a first down, be third down
Davis,
and
the ball
1.
carrier.
They're going to give it to him.
That's a pretty generous spot. I thought he came up a bit short.
Yeah, it looked
Result of the
like a
play
half-yard
is a
short to me,
first
but they gave
down
it to
for
him.
Notre Dame.
And that's a first down you sorely need.
1st and 10 on the 42.
Six and a half minutes left. Triton football at the 42. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 for Glosny. Got to snap it. Handoff is to Davis. He'll dive forward
Davis, the
for
ball
about
carrier.
3-4 yards.
Logan Schultz in on the stop for Pulaski. Gain of 4 on the play brings up 2nd and 6.
Just trying to get those
46.
yards per carry to get you the first down and take time off the clock. That's all Notre Dame has to do.
Under the halfway point in the 4th quarter. Tritons in control. Everyone's set. Here's another handoff on the left side, and now Davis breaks free, giving chase, and he's going to be taken down not before he crosses the 25. See where they officially mark it. Looks like at about the 24.
And we've seen it. Every running back has had that home run hitting ability tonight to get those 10-plus yard carries, 15-plus yard carries. And that one comes up in a big spot.
You know, we've spoken about how great the running backs have been all night. I got to be honest, this offensive line has been really impressive against this Pulaski front, opening up a ton of holes on the couple times that they chose to pass it, giving Glosny a few seconds of time. They've done a nice job up front tonight for the Tritons. 1st and 10 from the 24. Handoff to Blum. Cuts it up the middle and is taken down.
Blum, the ball carrier.
Close to another first down.
Going to be just short, and that might actually be helpful in trying to take time off the clock. I think you look at this offensive line for Notre Dame, and it really was the X factor. You're losing a lot of your linemen from a season ago, and they've really not missed a step here in game 1. You've seen a lot of those open gaps. Excited to see where this team's going to develop this year. You know, the offense has been slow at times, but when you have that home run hitting ability, it's an exciting brand to watch.
Yeah, maybe some question marks coming into this game. Surely a few of them have been answered. Here's Blum again.
They're going to give him the first down.
Jackson Morgan on the tackle.
And we're now under 4 minutes.
Result of the play is a first down for Notre Dame. 1st and 10 on the 14.
So another fresh set of downs. Ball will be placed on the 14 as we come up on 3.5 minutes to go. Blum still in the backfield. We saw Davis at the beginning of this drive. Now Blum for the latter half. Handoff is back to Blum. Tried to split between the right tackle and right guard. Couldn't find that crease.
On the tackle.
Going to be taken down as we come up on 3 minutes to go.
No gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10 on the 14.
So they rule it no gain, so 2nd and 10 from the 14. Blum still in the backfield. Looks like Braden Davis's night might be done. He's talking with one of the athletic trainers on the sideline, so maybe something to keep an eye out for this next week. Blum up the middle.
Blum, the ball carrier.
And that's an interesting thing because Braden Davis had a really solid
Schultz
game.
On a tackle for Pulaski.
And he may not have been, just from looking at a statistical perspective,
Getting up
the most
to the
impressive
9-yard
one. And
line
he's
where it
played
brings
a
up
really good
3rd and
game here
5.
tonight.
I mean, yeah, you've seen a lot of those plays that aren't necessarily going to go into the stat book, fighting for extra yards. He did a lot of it. Going to be another tough matchup next week against Wanakee.
3rd down and 5. Wozni will hand it to Blum one more time up the middle. He breaks free and he walks in for the touchdown.
He used the umpire there as a screen, and not sure if that was on purpose, but he did it anyways and got into the end zone. Notre Dame now, they're putting this one on ice. They're about to get their first win against Pulaski since 2017.
I got to tell you, I know you've been covering Notre Dame football a lot longer than I have been. This might be the most points I've seen him score in week 1. Extra point from Grusin is good.
Well, in the past, we've seen them play teams like my freshman, sophomore year, they played the Sheboygans, and those were, and they put 40 points up, but to put 34 up against an opponent like Pulaski and the defense that they typically have over there is, it's a statement. It's a statement to start. And even for how slow the offense looked at times, scoring 30 points in a high school football game, it is an accomplishment. It is a high number of points.
And right from the jump, the 2 Collins touchdowns to begin this game.
That really was what separated us.
So 96 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Lead is back up to 21.
Schultz and Rodell back deep for Pulaski to
On an
receive
impressive
the kick from Grusin.
Opening week for the Notre Dame football Tritons. Finished 8-4 a year ago, and based on this performance, they're looking to do better than that. Grusin set to kick it away for, in all likelihood, probably the last time tonight. Angled toward the sideline, it's going to skip out of bounds.
Grusin's kick goes out of bounds.
So there goes your perfect game. He'd done just about everything else correct tonight. That's the one subtle mistake, and it's not going to really cost him at this point. So the ball's going to start on the 35-yard line.
Out of bounds. It'll be Pulaski's ball on the
Schmidt
35-yard
will start
line,
from his own 35. He's got a minute and a half left. Fresh set of downs. Man in motion, Schmidt back to pass. Under some pressure, steps up, he's going to run, and he's going to be taken down from behind.
Schmidt, the ball carrier.
We almost saw that first turnover. The pass rush got in there and almost poked it loose there from Ethan Schmidt, but he was able to hold on to it.
This will be their first timeout.
Stanley Smith was bringing the heat. He took him down from behind. Pulaski called a timeout, and well, we got a break here. We'll remind you that next week, Friday, Notre Dame will be back home against Wanakee, and we'll have it for you right here on the Triton Sports Network, assuming technology allows us to. That's been a hot topic of conversation for the two of us the last week or so, getting this thing up and running. So very excited to have all the equipment working for us here.
2nd down and 6 on the 39.
2nd and 6. Schmidt looking under pressure, gets hit as he throws. Underneath, pass is going to be caught in a big gain down the right sideline.
Ethan Schmidt's pass
That's
complete.
Samuel Norman, the tight
Number
end,
47,
who was
Samuel
able to leak
Norman.
out there and get a nice pickup.
Gain
Good
to
play.
the Notre Dame 35-yard line. First
Pulaski
and 10.
getting big pickups. Close to the 1 minute mark, however.
3 receiver set. Schmidt rolls to his left. Under some pressure, fires out of the reach
Schmidt's pass falls
of
incomplete.
Spencer Hakes. With exactly 1 minute to
Spencer
go.
Hakes, the intended receiver. Brings up 2nd and 10 on the 35.
So 2 straight pass plays. One of them a big gain to Norman, one of them incomplete for Hakes. There's a third straight. One pass is caught. It's going to be Schussler down the sideline. He's got a first
Schmidt
down.
pass complete to Schussler.
54 seconds to go. Pulaski's closing in on the red zone again, just trying to go into next week against Hortonville with on a positive note.
And a flag is going to be thrown. False start on Pulaski.
Flag on the play, false start on Pulaski.
So back him up 5.
5-yard penalty. brings the
41
ball back
seconds
to the
left. First and
27-yard line.
15.
First and 15.
For the Red Raiders. Man in motion, Schmidt back to pass. Under some pressure, gets rid of it. Pass is caught, fingertip catch made by Hakes. Makes a man miss on the sideline, dodging a couple of
Schmidt
defenders
pass
before he's
complete
crunched.
To Spencer Hakes.
Out
Short
to
of the first
14.
down. We have a timeout called here by Pulaski.
Timeout. Pulaski.
So
This will be
12
their
seconds
second
left.
called timeout.
In this game, and we mentioned Braden Davis a bit earlier. He has now taken the top of his uniform off, and Joel, you said they were looking at his collarbone again.
And that was, yeah, a shoulder injury last year in week 1. He seems a little distraught, but hopefully he receives some good news this week and is ready to go for Wanakee.
That'll be another big one. That's on the 25th of August. Right back here, same time, same place. From Dead Fresh Field. So 12 seconds left. Pulaski looking to go into next week with some positive momentum in their game against Hortonville. See if they can punch it in
Second
here.
and
They've
2
had a
on the
couple nice
14.
completions on this drive. Schmidt working with 12 seconds. Quick out. Pass is nearly picked. It was behind his intended
Schmidt's pass
target,
falls
Rodel,
incomplete.
with 8 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd and 2 on the 14.
So 3rd down and 2, 8 seconds left. See what they do here. Man in motion is Schussler. Schmidt rolls out, fires it, pass is picked. And down the sideline on the return, all the way up past the 40.
It looked like it was Emmett
Schmidt's
Hunter.
pass intercepted.
He's
by
done everything.
Hunter.
He's had a phenomenal football game.
He's done just about everything, and that's
Your
how
final
this
score,
game
Notre
comes to a
Dame
close. 35 to 14, the
14.
final. The Tritons beat the Red Raiders for the first time since 2017 on opening night.
Great way to kick off the season for the Tritons. We saw them be able to mount drives. We saw them able to hit home runs.
Fans, as a reminder, we have
This
to
was all you could ask for from Notre Dame tonight. And you cap it off with getting that turnover. We'll try to look around at some stats and scores from around
Also, as a reminder,
the area.
due to Notre Dame Academy statutes, no spectators
First looking
are
at that
permitted on the
Appleton East
field after
Menasha
the game.
game. That one's important here in the
We thank everybody for
FRCC
coming.
South.
Please take your time leaving Ted Frisch
It looks
Field.
like Menasha has the ball and leads
Also take
21
your
to
time in the
13
parking
early
lots.
in the fourth quarter there.
And please drive home safely.
And West
Good night.
Appear versus Hortonville. Hortonville's gotten themselves back into it. It's 17 to 14 late on the third quarter there. But it's just the start here in the high school football season here in the state of Wisconsin. We got 8 more weeks to go.
Tritons get off to the big win, 35-14, the final here from Notre Dame. For all the hardworking men and women that make this school what it is, of course, for Joey Bonadonna, the legend himself, I'm Dominic DeAngelo saying thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.